Today I'm trying to explaining the planning to the Sabarimala trip. The how much expenditure has happened. So I planned Sabarimala trip. I scheduled the total 12 areas. How much budget is going on? I'm trying to exploring. The mainly I'm focusing two areas. One is accommodation, traveling and accommodation. Second one is the middle we are buying food and middle of reaching the places, spending the unexpected cars, the autos, all those things. I will counting under small food and outside fast food. All those things they added. Considering those bills, how much the trip expenditure. First, I'm going for the. We are planning for three peoples. Three peoples individually. Three peoples their own expenditures. We are considering those expenditures and we are the updating those cost values. First, this is my name. Is for Giri. This much of expenditure spending over this 2 months period. So I'm spending the budget to Tamil Nadu. The 10,000. The long trip is going on. Andhra Pradesh 2K, Tamil Nadu 1.9K, the expenditures happen. Similarly, the timeline scenarios, the whatever my accommodation, the traveling in this passing over uh, this plugins. Second is food and other expenditures. I'm considering my name, the how much things is happen. This is the food and other expenditures is I'm spending over Shabarimala Darshan, middle my hometown to the reaching Shabarimala and covering several devotional temples. The here the lots of the over below 500, the 300 budgets, the most of budget 300. Remaining I'm spending Ayyappa, the Prasadan, upon some Prasadan they're selling the temple. I'm spending over 1600 rupees for return the Prasadan to back home. Considering a budget view, I'm spending 3.8k in Tamil Nadu, Kerala 4.7, Andhra Pradesh 9k. Is considering overall billing amount, how much the food and traveling accommodation analysis over final amount. This thing is happen the 16.9k. The cost is calculated 18,000 and travel and accommodation 16,000, total 35,000 budgets for three people. The considering one person is 11 or 12,000. The overall the average 12,000 budget for per person. Here, as for my overall concluding this video, Tamil Nadu states is some it's okay reasonable compared to north states. South states somewhat good. I visited Varanasi and Shirdi. The prices is double, triple. The cheaters, the lots of cheaters. Andhra Pradesh also some places is cheating is happen. The compared to Tamil Nadu is the honest people. The really believe. I don't expect any cheatings. They're giving a really honest. They're taking a reasonable worth price for selling the products. So that is the I'm noticing compared to north states, south states, especially Tamil Nadu. I experienced that somewhat good. My budget is total 36,000. 30, overall 36,000 for Shabarimala. Three people, average one person. They are covering 12 areas. This much amount is happen. as for my covering 12 areas, uh, Kanyakumari, Rameshwaram, the lots of areas is covered recently on that same. I'm covering these areas. So I went these areas. What are the star marks? The areas I was covered. So I cover in this thing. I went for Kanyakumari, Rameshwaram, and Madurai. I don't know. Palani, Subramanya Swami Temple, Palani, and Tiruvannamalai, Chidambaram, Kumbakonam. I visited Kumbakonam. Visited Kumbakonam, Kumbakonam, Tiruttani, Veluru. Returned back to Tirupati. I was covered and returned back as for this covering places and middle food, all those things. The Veluru, all those Kanchipuram, these areas I was covered, and Chitturu, Kanipakam. These many areas I covered. The overall my observation period and thing is that lots of temples, world temples, the very good temples, but technology wise, some of the temples is not so well maintained, and means ticket passing or prasadan. The prasadan, some prasadan they're selling, but food just like our home preparing the laddus, all those things. It's not. Few places only by a prasadhan remain those places of waste of money for spending the prasadans, all those things, especially few important places, the Shabarimala, Tirumala, Veluru Golden Temple. I observe these areas is food is very rich, and Tiruttani, Palani, not Tiruttani, Palani, and Ananta Padmanabha Swami. These temples, I noticing the technology wise and security wise and food maintenance is very good. The rest of places, uh, so I'm noticing they migrating. They're not migrated to new deployment of technology. New security mechanisms is not good. So whatever it may be, the temple architecture is very nice. Finally, I'm concluding this budget and one more thing, the cheaters. The second question is cheaters. The mainly the auto people. Some persons is good. Some persons is asking bus prices. You are reaching home price. They're asking for reaching near 1 kilometer. They ask for the more distance price. They're asking one less distance coverage. I observe those things. Uh, I'm saying please depend the state transportation, then it will be somewhat money recovery process will be happen. Otherwise lots of cheating persons in the food side, the selling food persons is cheaters. Auto people are, few people are very cheating persons, cheating persons. sorry, cheating people's food and near bus stand or railway station. You don't buy food. There is price compared to real price. They're selling the prices double, triple, sometimes more than 5 times or 6 times price. One example, I went Tiruvannamalai. I asked someone, where is the food is good. They're saying some water a hotel is good. You should go and I go there and spending the food cost. They charge for two parota 50 rupees. Means each parota price is 25 rupees. How much they're buying the making those chapati and all those things. There is too much cheating. Tiruvannamalai, I've noticed. One more, I'm noticing the accommodation. Accommodation, I'm noticing here. This is the accommodation. Arundra Residency. Planning to visit 2 days, scheduled 2 days for Chidambaram. They're also charging too much for 1500 for 1 day Chidambaram. That is also too much expenditure. That day night, as for 1 day delay happened, we are not reached that place, but we are staying in railway station, just like railway station itself. We are slept at the waiting halls. Tomorrow, the next day, we are going for darshan. This is the rooming also is too much. The budget is going on. The compared to below 2000 is okay. Upper 2000, the accommodation only they kept the price. That is one area. The second thing, food and with the normal bills, where the most of prices is increasing as for my budgets. So this all those things. This is okay, Prasadam. This is this is also I don't know. Most of the here 0 to 500 budgets. The below the 300, above the 300 or 150, the autos will be. But compared to south states, compared to north states, south states is more good. I'm not bothering about the auto charges. They're good, but compared to the state transportation limited cost, the auto persons is asking too much. Okay, that is compared to north. That is not bother. Think all those things, plan accordingly. Budget. This is my concluding budget is 3 members. Each person is 13,000 per average for covering 12 areas. As for final concluding is, I'm concluding my budget information for this trip. Thank you.